the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
Z100, I am Shelly Rome. I'm so excited right now. We have two very special guests. They have a new song out. I wasn't prepared to do like fantabulous intros and like singer, songwriter, performer, actor, dancer, fashion icon.
That's
Max and Quinn XCII.
Yes, Bobo. Hello. Yeah. Ooh.
Thank you for having
guys.
us. Thank you. Hi.
Welcome to Z100.
Thank you.
It's so good having you both here together
It's
because you have an amazing song out right now that is so good. I listened to it literally 30 times this morning. That's not an exaggeration.
Yes, thank you very much.
I was
Wow.
listening to it while I put on my makeup. It gave me something, some sort of inspiration.
Great.
Thank you.
Love Me Less is the song.
Yes.
I feel like there's just so much to say about it. It's a really good song. It's good music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How did you guys hook up? How did you guys get together?
You know, J-Date, all the apps. No, it was.
Stop it. It's real. Please
no,
tell
we're
me
both
that's
married
real.
men. We're both
Damn.
married men. Whatever the app is for married men who are finding other married men to have a relationship
Musicians
with.
looking for other musicians.
It's a very specific app. There's not many. The Jonas Brothers are on it. Sometimes we hang out with them. No, I love being able to say that now. It's so fun. But no, we met through a couple friends we both work with a bunch. We run in the same circles. Louis the Child, We Thin, these guys in Baden Roger who produced the record. And we've just been homies for a few years. So it's so nice to actually like do stuff with a friend.
Super natural, organic how it came about. So
Yeah.
I think it helps the song.
We
too.
were talking about that. We were saying, when you guys, so I recently just saw you guys perform. We're just saying how like it was so effortless and natural, and that like you work so hard. Like all the great performers work really hard to make their performance look effortless and natural.
Yeah.
And I think that's like as we were saying, that's like the key to a good performance when you don't look like you're trying at all.
Totally.
But you kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah.
Saying before the interview, it's just like those artists you watch, like Beyonce's and these incredible artists who you get up there and you know they're working hard,
Yeah.
but for some reason it feels like they really are enjoying it, and we enjoy it so much. But I think it takes a lot of preparation, so you're not freaking out in your head, and you can enjoy it when there's like 40 people in a tiny room being like, oh, are they gonna fuck up? Let's see what's gonna happen. I hope they don't, but I hope they're enjoying it. It looks like a garage.
But then I think like what takes you, like what elevates you as a performer and really shows your skill is when you're in that position and something goes wrong and you're like, it's okay, we got this. You don't freak out and you just recover.
I think that's the key is when you do screw up is acting as if it wasn't a screw up. And like you too probably have experiences, but so many times on stage, like for me, like there's been a note that I've missed or a lyric I've forgotten, and it's only you know it's the screw up. Nobody knows you're screwing up. So it's if you can adjust yourself in that situation and act like nothing's wrong. I think that really determines if you're a solid performer or not. I think that's just one example. But
Absolutely. But it's true. Yeah.
So once this airs, we will have done today's show. Currently, today's show is tomorrow for us.
Let's hope it goes
But
well.
once it happens, y'all can leave in the comments how you felt about our Today Show performance. But Ryan and I did the Kelly and Ryan show last year on the Oscars special. Oscars stage, whole thing, super wild. Had a gospel choir. There were firework things. It was great. Got there at 4 a.m, the whole thing, right? And everybody was like, oh, see, Oscars, they got the best crew in the world. You're set. You don't need to worry.
Right.
Oh, my friends, how we were wrong. Literally, as we're going, and if you look at the video from it last year, Lights Down Low with Nash, you can hear somebody, just one, it only takes one person, didn't plug in our tracks correctly. And as we're live, they plug it in and the click is going through live through the house and stuff. So if you hear Ryan is literally announcing us and it's like click, 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 click. So Ryan, last second, just pulls it. He's like, I'm just going to play this piano in the gospel choir. We just, on the fly, live TV, totally
Bill
different
O'Reilly
version.
style.
Just boom.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, that was it.
Yeah.
And I mean, those are those moments where we're like, all right, don't freak out. I'm literally, as Ryan's announcing, Ryan Seacrest is like, and now with his song, Lights Down Low. And my Ryan is looking at me like, we can't do this. This is not going to happen. You have to figure out how to figure. So I'm walking up to the mic being like, I guess I'll sing this a cappella. This is going to happen. And he starts playing piano. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a piano. I don't know what I'm going to hear.
Right.
So sometimes those are magical moments. So
Dude, I'm
however
like
this Today Show
thinking
performance
about
went
it.
that you saw,
Yeah.
maybe we did an entire acapella and we don't even know right now.
We're
The
not
future-
planning for that.
We're not
but
planning for
yeah.
it.
But like, if that does happen,
It was not planned.
it wasn't planned and it was still amazing.
Yes.
Wow, you guys, best thing I've ever seen in my life. No, seriously, that's like
Man, Hoda came out. She was clapping.
Hoda sang with you guys.
The whole
Yeah,
Bush family.
yeah,
Man,
yeah,
the president
yeah,
was
yeah.
there, and he was
The
like,
president was
showed up.
twerking
I was
on
visiting my
stage.
daughter, and he just started twerking, and Lizzo heard about it, and she was like,
She
yo,
popped out, yeah.
I'm going to do a new version with them of Love Me Less. It's been a crazy day, I got to say, So that's this current news.
I
of the
really
world,
kind of want something like that to happen. I
Yeah,
want like that to
yeah.
go down.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be boring. and what exactly
just
we
you singing the
rehearsed
song,
Yeah.
like being all good,
for
and your
6
voice sound
hours,
crisp. Yeah.
and we were just, it went as according to plan and whatever.
Well, like, so the song, it doesn't really, we don't really need all that because it's just such a great song. I mean, your vocals together sound so good.
Thank you.
You're in this new era.
Yes.
You deleted your Instagram.
Oof.
It's all gone. You revived yourself. And you've been wearing yellow.
I have been.
What does the yellow symbolize?
So earlier in the year, I had this surgery on my voice.
Yeah.
Couldn't speak for 4 months. We saw each other when I was
Yeah.
going through that. And man, I was at my lowest low. I just this whole new record. I woke up one day and I've never really done a color theme. And I just saw yellow. And I was just like, that gives me hope. For some reason, the color yellow always reminds me to get as much joy as I can out of a day. I think everybody going through a little trauma, it just puts things in perspective. And it reminds me that if I forget about that, the yellow thing just reminds me to remember that place I was in and how grateful I should be in the place now. And that's sort of the whole record. I don't want to reveal the title, but it has to do with that. And it's
Is it called Yellow?
it's called
called
Yellow Submarine,
Yellow.
and it's a
it
brand new record by
Mellow
Max
Yellow?
and the Beatles. That's why, and it's been fun. My wife has been really struggling to find. She's killing it.
Yes.
But she'll text me. She's like, I shopped all day for yellow, and I didn't
Yeah.
find a single thing. And I'm like, I can't imagine how frustrated you are,
Yeah.
baby. I'll
But
rub
make
your
it
feet when we get
happen.
home. We can watch whatever you want to watch, whatever. I got a new pair of Louis Vuittons. Let's go. Whatever
Well, it's
you
nice
need.
too because yellow is like kind of like the style or the color that
yeah.
I've adopted to with my branding. So with this rollout of this song, it's just
Yeah.
been effortless.
So
it's
It
been,
works. It
like
ma-
couldn't be more
yeah.
organic
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's
perfect.
the divine universe coming down and
I
saying
just
this
gotta
should
start painting my
happen.
nails. That's the only thing we haven't done.
Yeah,
need
you're
that.
lacking on the manicure.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe that needs to change. So yeah.
I know. I feel like there's very few people who really love yellow. And in our friend group, there's Quinn, there's Ash, our friend Ash, who's awesome, who just toured with him,
Yeah.
and she loves yellow. It's we just all
Ethan
live.
loves yellow.
Ethan loves yellow now.
Well,
yeah.
That's a good point. Like, yellow's kind of like the forgotten bastard color of the
Yeah,
spectrum.
yeah,
like, no one
yeah.
likes the yellow starburst
The
or
Jon
the yellow
Snow of
candies.
colors.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. Is that a Game of Thrones reference?
Yeah.
What a good
Well,
one
well,
too.
Why
actually,
are
no.
enraged?
If you know how it ends, that actually is. I'm no spoilers. Sorry. I guess the show's over with now.
Show's
so
over.
Never mind.
People, if they're going to see it, they've seen it.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
dragons die,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should have watched it.
Oh, God.
God, that
Great.
was-
Thanks,
damn it.
Max.
Doesn't that kill you? That was not fun. I shouldn't have said that. That really sad.
Is that
But
true,
you know
though?
what?
Is that what really
Everybody
happens?
dies, right?
Maybe, I don't
Let's
know.
not get dark, but dragons die too.
I mean, eventually. We all go
Eventually.
somewhere
Yeah.
else.
yeah.
But back
You
to
think there's a
brightness and
dragon
yellow.
heaven? Dragon heaven is
There's
probably
got to be.
sick.
There's a heaven for everyone and
course.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragons have their own space in heaven.
Dragon
For sure.
heaven. That's
They-
probably sick.
Yeah.
Dragon
Yeah.
heaven, yo.
Yeah.
Dragon's just like, yo, what's up, Dragon? How you doing? What's up?
Are we still talking about the same thing, or what
I
are we
don't
doing?
know. I don't know where we're going.
we do so many of these cutie interviews. I love just like, if we get into a dragon tangent.
We just talking about
Listen,
anything.
guys, Love Me Less is out now. Our wives like
Yeah.
dogs and shoes and cute things, as I always say. So check it out, listen to it.
But speaking of wives,
Yeah.
I don't know your wife. I'm sure she's
I just got married,
lovely.
actually.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much. I just got back from my honeymoon. We were just saying in the last interview, I just went to Italy, and so I thought I was gonna come back here 50 pounds overweight, but
Right.
I'm not, and it's good and nice. Yeah, we got festivals coming up in the summer, so I want to still run around and
Yes.
not throw up marinara sauce, and it's
Right.
great. Yeah. So
I actually heard that you go to Italy and you lose weight because the food is so pure
So
and
my
so
friend
fresh.
told me that, and I didn't lose weight by any means, but I didn't gain weight.
Yeah.
So
for the amount that you probably consumed.
Yes, I was
Okay.
convinced because of the amount of pasta and things that we were eating. I was convinced I was going to come back.
I
and
just
do
thought about
promo here.
pasta. I had a little burp.
Yeah.
Some indigestion.
I tried to-
Yeah.
I
But
tried
it's
to-
right though. It's
I
like
tried to
there's no
cover it, but
preservatives.
babe.
Yeah.
It's clean food. So
Yeah.
Try to go to Italy. Let's go.
Yes.
But we were talking about this yesterday, that best pasta, but not the best pizza. New York's got it
I've
better.
heard, that's what I've heard.
Now that I've
they
done
don't have the best
research
pizza.
overseas, like I can now confirm New York's got the best pizza.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah,
That's-
it's crazy.
that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know,
Whatever.
New York. We just
we put our
do
own
what we
spin
do.
on
Yeah,
things.
it's 'cause
Yeah,
they put sugar in the sauce and it's a little
Right.
sweeter and
we
it's
add
like
some stuff.
yeah, you know.
We unpurify it.
Yeah.
They don't have artichoke pizza in Italy. I don't
That's
think.
true. And your wife is so fantastic, and she's just been such a support system for you, and she's so great, and you guys are such a great team, and it's really cool that you guys are now working together, and it's, you know, you're giving us that experience of you guys as a couple.
She was at the cameo in the video.
Yeah,
In the video,
I mean,
super fun.
it's super great, and also like the previous song, she was sort of. I love that she was the inspiration for the song, and
Yeah,
now you're
man.
like,
Mhm.
okay, so we're here now,
Mhm.
and now you know more about me than you did when like I wrote a song for you about our like lovely wedding. Do you still like me?
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
it. It's the
And I think that's great.
evolution. I feel like in real life, the happy ending is just the continuation of what happens. And that's what the song is. Exactly. It's like Lights Down Low is like, oh, we're getting married. Things are going to be perfect forever. And then Love Me was like, oh, my ex came into the picture and she tried to threaten to deport my wife. And I was like, why would you do that?
Right.
Like, please don't leave me.
true
I
story.
hope you
It's
love
true
me
story.
forever.
Is that
And
really-
that's a
is
true
it-
story.
You told
That's
me
where
that,
the song
yeah.
came
It's
from.
crazy.
Yeah. That's
Stop,
it.
Max. That's a true story.
It is
Yeah,
a true
it's
story.
crazy.
Much love to the ex. I know she didn't really mean it.
Well, whatever.
She was just
but
upset.
Still. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, she called. It was the craziest thing. She calls me and she
Okay.
says this to me.
Okay.
She was like, I'm gonna get her deported. I was like, are you listening to yourself right now? That's ridiculous. And she's like, you're right. I didn't mean it. But I was like, still, the fact you said that was like, let's not do that. And I mentioned it to Emily, not thinking it was that big of a deal. I was like, she wouldn't do that. She's not. She's a nice person.
Right.
And Emily was like, this is my entire life. That was
Right.
where it came from. It was like, I didn't expect the freak out.
Right.
And then I was like, are we going to recover from this? Like, we've been in honeymoon stage for like a year, 2
This
years.
is your first issue.
Boom. And it was a big one.
Yeah.
And now every time we go through customs, it's so intense. I've really learned, she wants me to be there and talk to her, but also not talk to her. It's a fine
Right.
line marriage, baby. You got to figure out all the cute things. But I really empathize now because that's her whole life. She's like, they could tell me I can't come to the country tomorrow. And then what would we do? I was like, and for me, I'm like, we'll move to Italy, whatever.
Right,
Like, I'll figure it out.
right.
Anywhere you go, I go, which I think is the beautiful thing about marriage. When you find that right person, I don't worry about it much. As long as I'm with her, I'll figure out everything else. And that's what Love Me Less is. It's like you love the people more for those pieces of themselves that they feel are broken.
Yeah.
And that's, we disguised it in a little yammy, but
Yeah.
but that's the root of the song, you know?
I think it's cool too because I think we know certain artists that are in relationships and they kind of keep it secretive. But like, I think what I want to continue to do now that I am married and you've been doing this is giving people like a look into your life and showcasing your wife. And it's like, I think fans appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I respect people that keep it secretive and that's totally fine. They're prerogative. But I think it is cool when you are open about it and you let fans know like every aspect of your life. And I think it's cool. Yeah, it's just like another way to show people who you are. And
Yeah, I also think it's another way to connect.
Exactly,
like the
yeah.
more that I know about you, the more connected I feel to you as an
Yeah, the
artist.
more invested you want
the
to
more I'm invested
become.
you in your music, and I want to I feel like I know you. I feel like I
Totally.
care about you. Like I'm emotionally connected to you. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But
Yeah.
also you need the song. Like you need the good song, and you guys have
I
the
mean,
good song.
That helps as well.
Thanks,
The
Paul.
music, I think the music it's always you can add all the ingredients in, but if you don't have the song, kind of don't have anything. And this
Yeah.
is such a good tune.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Um,
Thank you.
And you guys have been performing it. I mean, or is this not the first
This
time?
was this was the first time we ever performed
Is it
together.
really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
for
gonna
real.
be
Like-
Max. I mean, I'll let you do the talking about Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday at the Mercury Lounge. We're doing Firefly this weekend.
Yes.
It's going to be
Yeah.
delish.
So this is
Yeah.
a big week for us as far as performing
That's
the song.
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
y'all saw the acoustic Hoda
Yes.
and, President Bush rendition on
Okay,
Today's Show.
okay, yeah,
Crazy.
You
Best
might get
version
that again,
ever.
but
Kanye showed up
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
The
Forgot about
president
that.
is actually now coming to Firefly to twerk on stage with us. Thank you, President Bush.
Air Force One's
Respect.
landing.
What an image.
You know what, though?
Behind the
Like,
stage.
isn't it funny?
President Bush?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
he's
okay.
always the president, right?
Oh, gotcha.
But it's
okay.
like, isn't it funny how at the time, I'm a Democrat.
Yes.
Like at the time when you're living through Bush, you're like, oh, Bush. But now it's like, yo, I miss
Wasn't
Bush.
that bad? Yeah.
He's giving Obama's wife. He's giving her some.
miss you
Michelle's
some
getting some
Bush,
candies
yeah.
and cute. I'm like, I like you, Bush.
Bush is
I'm in.
cool.
Where's Bush at? Let's get Bush back here,
All right, we need to bring Bush back.
dude. Man, Bush, if you're ready for that, we're doing a dog video for rescue animals for
Oh,
Love
yeah,
Me Less
yeah,
soon.
yeah.
Okay.
So Bush, if you want to do that twerking
You
in the
wanna
video,
hop in?
baby. No disrespect,
think-
I respect you now,
If you
baby.
like George Bush, Top 40 Radio and Dogs, you're gonna love our song.
You're gonna
Me
love our
Less.
song.
This is all for you.
Listen, man.
Oh, my God.
He slayed it, so we had to have him back.
You guys enjoy the performances, enjoy the
Thank you.
ride.
Thank you.
So Max had a little song called Lights Down Low. I don't even want to say it anymore because I feel like if I say it, it's going to start playing, and then I have to hear it again. Kidding. That's how you know it's a hit. That's how you know it's. And so it's just we were saying like, what's going to be the follow up? Like, how are you going to follow up such a massive song? And I think this is just such a great way to go. And you guys together just makes a lot of sense, and it just sounds so good. So
thank you very much.
We're excited to get on the ride of this one as well.
Thank you.
I'm excited to be here 6 months later and going like, if I hear that song one more time,
That's the best, right? It's the effortless on stage and like, I don't hear that song again.
Yeah.
We'll take it, baby.
Yeah.
We need that.
Exactly.
Well, enjoy it. Enjoy the summer. And
Thank you very much.
guys so much. And
Thank you, boo.
congratulations on the song. Yay!
Thank you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.